He's the world's most popular Iraqi singer, adored throughout the Arab world. Kazem Saher was born into humble origins in northern Iraq, but now plays packed concert halls right across the world. He suffered under the rule of Saddam, and some of his music was banned in Iraq. And in recent years, he's drawn attention to the suffering of Iraqi children injured in the invasion. Tomorrow, Kazem will perform at the Royal Albert Hall in support of two Middle Eastern charities. Our arts correspondent, Nicholas Glass, went along to meet him.
An Iraqi-born heartthrob with a chin almost as carefully stubbled as George Michael in his pomp, Kazem Al Saher has a huge fan base from Morocco to the Gulf. He's reportedly sold 30 million albums. At his London press conference, he was treated with all due reverence by the assembled journalists. One by one, they prefaced their questions by saying how thrilled they were to talk to him. Anyone with a Middle East outlet attended. Here were starstruck Lebanese, Palestinians, Kurds, and of course Iraqis. Kazem Al Saher, now in his mid-40s, has been a star for almost 20 years. He left Iraq in 1992. Based mostly, it seems, in Dubai, he rarely performs in Europe. He calls himself a man of romance. He mostly sings about love and pain and longing. For some years, he's been regarded as an ambassador of sorts for his homeland, a positive spokesman for things Iraqi.
To be honest, it's a big responsibility. Iraqis see me as representing the image of their country abroad. I always have Baghdad in my heart. Wherever I go in the world, I try to talk about Iraq, about all the beautiful things we have, the beautiful feelings, and about our tragedy.
Kazem was trained at a music academy in Baghdad. One of his most famous songs is a paean of love to the city. In London, he was surrounded by friends. The first question from an old chum from his days in the Iraqi army. They were conscripted at the time of the Iran-Iraq war, but served out their time apparently in the theatre corps. Watching on was his manager, again an old friend from Iraq. Kazem's mother is Sunni Muslim. His late father was a Shia.
Do you worry that Iraq is descending into civil war?
A year ago, I was full of hope that the situation would improve. Our people are cultured. We have talented politicians. But now I am very afraid for my country, the daily crisis, the killings each day. I am certain that the violence is being orchestrated from outside. I beg my brothers in Iraq not to be manipulated by these troublemakers.
Since leaving Iraq, Kazem has sought to broaden his appeal. He's sung in America, in Vegas and Detroit. And he's collaborated on separate projects with Lenny Kravitz and Sarah Brightman. The duet with Brightman was recorded 3 years ago. The song is called War Is Over.
Iraqis are very tragic people. They've suffered greatly. We ask mercy from God and from the politicians who have helped create this situation. Even politicians have children and wives they must love. Let them remember their own families and their own humanity.
Tomorrow's charity concert is expected to draw fans from all over Europe. Kazem puts poems to music, in particular the love poetry of the late Nizar Qabbani from Syria, which is read and adored throughout the Middle East. At some point in the evening, he will almost certainly move his audience to tears.
Nicholas